Echo Box. Yes. Hello. En welkom bij een nieuwe episode van Joygail Radio. I forgot, we're gonna do this in English. So I'm gonna switch to a different language. Hello, welcome to a new episode of Joygail Radio. I'm your host, Joygail. And yeah, today I'm back at the Echo Box Radio studios, and I have a special guest with me. But before I introduce him, let me just tell you about what we're going to do in the show. I asked the guest to send me 10 of his favorite or most important songs. Based on that, I also made a list. I matched my songs based on, vibe, mood, what it reminded me of. And during the show, we're going to talk about the songs, do a give and take, but also talk about the person, culture in itself, and what we've been up to. So without further ado, I want to introduce y'all to my guest, Perry Gits.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Perry Gits. I was born and raised in Amsterdam Southeast. Roots are in Ghana, Kumasi. I am a dancer, choreographer, and recently also a programmer and booker at the school.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm chill.
Yeah?
I'm chill. The weather is okay. Unexpected. This week it was like sometimes a bit down, sometimes a bit up. But today is sunny, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
It's weekend, so yeah, I'm chilling.
Always gives me a good mood indeed when it's sunny and shit outside.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you to make me a list with 10 of your most important or favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
How was it to make that list?
It was so difficult.
Why?
Because I'm a music freak and I love different kind of music, different kind of genres. So I was like, okay, how am I going to select this? Let me go back into when I was thinking about this concept of the skoro. Let me think about the artists who played. Let me think about people who inspire me to do this party. So that made it much easier to select it and narrow it down to a top 10.
Okay. So, it was really based on a topic for you actually right now. Like the subject is the party that we're going to talk about in a bit. Okay. During this episode, we're gonna discuss that. But shall we first listen to one of the songs that you selected, and afterwards we'll talk about it in the show. Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's go.
As fast as you dare. I thought you just took over. I didn't think you'd run as fast as you did.
Secrets from Miss Carrie Stacks. That's a Ghanaian singer from UK.
Yeah.
And Arnold Arakaza, the DJ who is playing at the edition during Eddie A. He's been playing there for the third time right now. That's my friend, and sometimes we're like exchanging new artists, new music, and he's like one of my friends who just knows a lot about music. So when he introduced me to this artist, I was like, I need to book her. Unfortunately, it didn't happen this year, so I'm hoping to book her in the coming years. But this artist is just amazing. When he introduced me to this artist, I've been listening to her non-stop.
So you referred already to the Skoro, a program and a party that you're organizing at the school. Can you tell us a bit about that, actually?
The Skoro for me is really prioritizing people, sounds who don't fit in the status quo or in the massa when it comes to electronic music. So I am trying to facilitate a place, a safe space where people can come in and just dance, vibe with each other. Of course, it prioritizes gay and the trans community, but if you are not gay or trans, you are still welcome to come and party and come and vibe. I'm just trying to bring different kind of people together instead of all those labels that this electronic music is not for us. Like we made this, it comes from us. So for me, it's like, facilitating a space where we can just come together and be ourselves.
Is it also about reclaiming that space?
Yeah, it's reclaiming when it comes to a programmer and a concept developer who's in crowd, who's from the community, who's black, who's gay. So it's reclaiming those spaces that give the illusion that it's not for us. So me being there, my friends being there, new people being there, texting me, messaging me like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I can come to this place where I thought it wasn't for me. But now I just feel welcome. So it reclaims behind the scenes, but also like behind the desk.
When we're talking about this music and this space, are you talking about the music in itself, or are you talking about the people that make the music? Because there's a slight difference sometimes between it, because I have the feeling that there are some producers and DJs that are completely involved, the queer scene, for example, but aren't queer themselves. But you also have people that are that themselves and also really embrace that in the way how they produce and make music. So is there a difference for you between that, or is it both?
Can you repeat that question again?
Are we talking about the music specifically when we're talking about that space, or are we talking about the producers and the DJs?
We're talking about the music. So for me, the Skoro, it really takes you on a journey of different genres. But it also educates my public. Because, for example, when you're gay and black in an electronic scene, you can be pushed into one side. And my musical interest is so broad that I'm really like trying to, of course, make everyone comfortable with the music they know, but also introducing new artists that would never play at a school. So for me, it's like working two ways and see what is needed at the right time.
Because then speaking about yourself, you already said your music taste is very broad in that sense. The things that you did and you as a person itself are also very broad. Like I try to make a short overview. You're an actor, dancer, singer, concept developer, programmer. Am I missing something?
No. I'm human.
Fair play. Human. Where did this journey begin? Let me first start with that. Like where did this all start?
I was introduced. No, I need to go even back.
Okay, let's go.
My mom always tells me this story of us going to Ghana together, and I was 3 years old, And I would then gather everyone to the living room, put a head on the floor, perform for everyone, act as if I'm Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. After the performance, let everyone like put money in my head.
Oh, wow.
So I've been put on this planet to entertain, to talk with my body, to talk with my art. So for me, it was always instilled in me. So when I was 10, I was introduced to Lucia Martas. That's like an, how do you say it, like a dance education. And it started there, the journey. Kinderen voor Kinderen, Junior Song Festival. Those are like, how do you say, like singing dance competitions for the youth here in Amsterdam, here in the Netherlands. And then it started. I went to that school till 18. Then I went to AHK, so that's like a higher education for performing arts.
Yeah.
Did musical theater. Then I was like, okay, no, musical theater is not really for me. I want to be my own person, be my own artist. So then I went more into the choreography and making art. But then I was like, okay, I've seen a lot since the age of 10. Let me go behind the scenes and rather complain and rather be mad at the system, try to have a voice, try to have a position.
Yeah.
So that's why it really changed from being like on stage, singing, dancing, acting, onto now really being in the office and programming and booking artists.
And when did that switch came? Like how long have you been doing the programming right now?
I've been doing the programming since last year, July. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's over a year right now. Yeah.
How has that switch been for you?
That switch, it comes in many ways. Because I'm an artist, I really feel responsible for the artists that come in. So for example, when I'm booking an artist, I'm really keen on who's the artist handler, who's the driver, where's the hotel, are they comfortable, are they being challenged to do something else at my party. So because I'm an artist, I put myself as if I'm booking myself. And that makes it difficult because I want to like have it perfect for myself, but also for those artists. So that switch has been, it is difficult because you really now are behind the scenes. So you really see things differently than being the star or the artist. And so it's confronting. It's confronting.
I was about to say, like, what does it show you indeed? Because I can imagine you've experienced difficulties yourself when you were in front of the stage. And now that you're behind the scenes, are there things that you've been bumping into that you're trying to tackle right now?
Yeah, I said it in the beginning. People like to have an overview. People like to categorize people. So people expect me to do certain things because I'm gay, because I'm black. So they push you automatically to a side, and I'm like, okay, no, this is maybe a part of me, but it's not the only part of me. So that's one of them. Secondly, you see that there are a lot of black artists playing, black gay artists, trans artists, but in Amsterdam, for me, it always seems so slow. Because when you go to Belgium, when you go to New York, when you go to Chicago, when you just go abroad, you see that those artists are playing for more than 5, 6, 7 years. So why is Amsterdam taking so slow to book these artists? Why are they not known like a lot of headliners we have here? So for me, we are there, they are there, but it's just slower. Holland is just late.
Change is just a slow progress.
It's very slow. It is very slow.
But you're saying that people also try to categorize you in what you're doing. So does that make it more difficult for you to like put in that battle because people will put you in a box as well as a programmer?
Yeah, it's very challenging because it just feels like you have to prove yourself constantly. Yeah, so it's very difficult to get out that box or to put that label off of you. So it's a constant battle, and I just want to enjoy. I just want to be creative. I just want people to have like an open space, an open mind, so I can be, and I can just also show my inner child. that hey, you can be so much and more. You don't have to be just this one thing or like just one genre. Like there's so much, there's so much to facilitate. There is so much that that I listen to that I would like to have. Yeah, this freedom of curating.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it also coincidentally makes a good segue to the song that I connected to Secrets. Shall we play that song and then talk further?
Yes.
All right, let's go. This was Insecure Behaviour and Fuckery from Loraine James. I remember I listened to Secrets, and I thought it was interesting because that song is just sick, but it's also, I had the feeling that it was very reflective as well, like very how can I say this? The production, it feels, I don't know how to explain this actually now. I had the feeling that it was, like I said, it was kind of reflective, but it was a nice, dark, electronic beat. And I remembered, and that's also funny now that we've talked about certain things, remembered I bumped into Loraine James, for example, last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. And we had a certain conversation about, not want to call names, but about a certain party that was she was struggling a bit with things she bumped into, and how she was being received, and like how things of people have treated her. And then we had a conversation, and I also had some struggles, and then I just remembered she just gave me such an energy, the way she was talking and the way we had a genuine conversation about things that we do, but also about sometimes, taking ownership and just, go with the flow and just say fuck it and break all the boundaries. And I have the feeling that comes back in her music. She also, like, just literally last week dropped a new album, which is also very beautiful. But that is what it reminded me of when I was listening to Secrets. What do you think of the song?
This beat is everything. This beat is just like, I can hear this. I would like, if it was in a club, I would like to hear this around 12. So it's not too fast, it's not too slow. It's just like, it's a good warm up.
Yeah.
It's a good warm up at the beginning of the night.
Yeah. True. Now she's amazing. She's coming to Amsterdam, by the way, in November, if I'm not mistaken. So
nice.
I'm definitely you can spot me at the front.
Same.
You can spot me at the front. So I'm happy I got to play the song, and that is what it reminded me of. And you're doing a party during ADE with the Scoro, and it's a collaboration with BAD, Black Artist Database, which is a community-based platform for Black artists, producers, DJs as well, I don't know, co-founded by a DJ and record label owner and producer also, Nix. Can you tell me a bit about how that collaboration came about? How did that get started?
So I was thinking about collaborating with a different initiative, but I didn't want to force myself into already like put in my mind who I would like to work with. And then Enyo is a great booker and programmer. She booked Nix last year.
Yeah.
So I was in this hall, I was just dancing, and all of a sudden I went upstairs because I was in the basement. I went upstairs and I was hearing like this classic house upbeat. I was like, are we in New York? Like, where are we? So I went into the music local. I was like, okay, but who is this? Like, because I couldn't see the DJ.
Yeah.
So I went to the front and I see this little girl. I can say little because I'm also short. So I see this short girl and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, who is this? So I went back to Enya. I was like, who is it? She was like, this is Nix from the UK. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So then immediately I researched her, and then I saw Black Artist Database, and I was like, wow. So she's also like, we have similar interests, like facilitating for artists, facilitating for people who look like us.
Yeah.
So this is how we then progressed into us having a meeting, sharing how we facilitate, how we book, how we program, why we program these artists, what it does for the community, and then we said yes, let's do it together. Yeah,
that's so nice. The immediate just synergy, which is also what her compilation album from Black Artist Database is called. But that you just you love the music, but also loved what she's doing as a person itself.
Yeah.
And that clicked right away.
For me, it's really about the music first. Of course, like I I was raised as a dancer, so for me, music always is like an instrument to move, to 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 um to work together with music and my body. So if I'm feeling the music, that's already step one. But
Yeah.
if it's also an artist who thinks about stuff and who's not only interested in being the superstar, but also like to broaden themselves into many ways in this system, in this industry, I'm a fan.
That's great. That's great that they have this mindset, and like you can spot out other people as well with the same mindset and go forward from there.
Thank you.
So it's obviously then a good and nice position to be a promoter at the school. How did you actually end up there?
Nathan
Yeah.
Kofi.
Yes.
We were talking. We were just talking, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna work at a school, and I would really like to go there with you."
Mm.
In the beginning, I was like, "Okay, why me?"
Yeah. Did you have any doubts? Like just.
Yeah, because I was like, I've never done it before. Like, of course, like I've organized balls, for example.
Yeah.
And I'm a maker, so yes, I'm used to being behind the scene and not always on stage. But this was just totally
Different.
a different question. Like I was always going to the school as like one of the audience, like going out there. But I never imagined or never thought I would be working there. So I had a couple of meetings to really know what I'm gonna do and what they expect from me. And after I think 3 or 4 meetings, because I really had to know if that choice was really a choice I stand behind. And yeah, after 3 or 4 meetings, I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's take this challenge.
Okay, like so you had some time to think about it, and you really had to think it through. Because I was wondering, like the school closed for a bit after quite some controversy. Regulars and employees thought the crew wasn't diverse enough, inclusive enough, and yeah, there was a thing, a struggle. And how did you actually? What did you think of that, and why did you eventually think, I'm gonna go there myself?
For me, it's a bigger question. It's a bigger for me, it's bigger than the school, because when we look into the electronic scene, specifically when we look into people who look like me, gay, black, African, dark skin, how many of us are behind the scene? So I get all the criticism the school gets, but is it different than a lot of clubs and spaces in Europe? So for me, I'm like, okay, I can. Of course, I also had my criticism, and I still don't think it's perfect. But am I gonna complain, criticize, and stay home?
Be on the sidelines.
Yeah. Or am I gonna be in that space and try to do something about it? So I chose the second one. So for me, of course, once again, the school, it's not perfect, but a lot of clubs are also not perfect. So it's a bigger thing for me.
No, yeah, because I was wondering indeed, and all the things you said, especially, you're an outspoken young black gay person, so it makes sense to think about it, right? When there's been so much to do about how the whole situation was and how it was handled. But yeah, it makes sense what you said, like how you perceived it and how you move forward. This hole is gonna close again due to different things. Do you think there has been positive change though in the last period?
Yes. Before, maybe one positive thing is that the lineup has changed.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm also responsible of that. But programmers as an Enyo also, who was working there before, Phoenix as in Jamila, we are all doing our best to diversify that.
Yeah.
And that's not only in from the outside, so the way people look, but also in different sounds. When you look into the cultural program, I'm also responsible with Jamila for the culture and arts program. You could also see a lot of changes there. People who might not have like a co-creation, or artists who would never play there before the closing, they're playing there now. So in that case, yes, things has changed.
That's great. Nice. I'm looking at the time. Shall we play the one of the next songs that you also put in your list, which is very important to you, and then talk further? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
My mind is out of its mind. I go crazy. My mind is out of its mind. Oh, you. I'm so haunted by the memory that I let you go. Didn't know what I was in for. I'm regretful about the things that I just can't control. Don't know what to do without you. My mind is out of its mind. I go crazy. My mind is out of its mind. Oh, you. My mind is out of its mind. I go crazy. My mind is out of its mind. Oh, you. Spiral into doubt about the words we spoke. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. In the moment I was wrong, it felt so right, you know. But now you're gone. I was wrong. My mind is out of its mind. I go crazy. My mind is out of its mind. Oh, in my mind, I go crazy. In my mind, oh, I go crazy. I go crazy, crazy, crazy.
This is My Mind is Out of Its Mind by Eddie Chacon from the album Pleasure, Joy and Happiness. And this is again a track, an album I got from Henry, DJ Hadi. He played at the second edition of the Scoro, and he's, like Arakaza, one of my friends who is willing and not greedy at all to share music. So thankful for him in my life. And when he played Eddie at his house, I was like, who is this again? Like
Yeah.
Miss Carrie Sex. I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
Why don't I know them? Where are they? And from that day, every morning, this is one of the artists I wake up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was. I forgot to say that, but I was thinking when I was going through your list, like, I don't think I've ever experienced that I knew so little people in the list, little artists, little amount of artists, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, where do you get all this from? But fellow DJs, like artists, and in your surroundings.
Because like the task was a selection of tracks when you think of the Skoro, and the artists are very important to me.
Of course.
And the artists inspire me when they play, but also when they're not playing, when I'm just chilling at their house, when we're just at a restaurant or just calling. So for me, it seems like a easy task, but it's not. But the first thing in my mind was I really need to give thanks and mention these artists that really helped me to build this concept.
Okay, so this song has R&B and soul influences. You already said you have a broad music taste, a lot of things that you listen to. There are quite some electronic influences in your list, but this is not one of them. Where does this come from, in the sense of, like, did you always listen to soul and R&B, or has that been something later on? Or
it started for me with church. Like, when you're Ghanaian, you cannot say that you don't go to church. Like, I was born and raised in church.
Yeah.
I was going to church for like 3 days in a week. Yeah. Listening to gospel.
Of course.
My sister sings in a choir. So when you say R&B and soul, we need to take it back to the church. We need to take it back to gospel.
Yes.
So gospel, R&B, soul. I also remember when I was a teenager that I would wake up and then my parents would play the OJs, for example, Chacon, Atakak, funk from Ghana. So I was just brought up with so much and so many genres that I can never choose. When you just ask me, like, what is your favorite genre, I can't. Like for me, it's like, can I dance to it? Do I get something out of it? Does it make me cry? Does it make me laugh? So for me, I'm really open to different genres and artists.
Okay, so there has been an influence from your household in that sense. Were there other things also played besides gospel, soul, like something that you got from home in that?
No, it was of course hip life, high life from Ghana, of course. So hip life, high life, gospel, R&B, soul. That's it. And then I came with my own pop influences. So started with pop, of course, and then it eventually went into alternative music, indie, electronic.
Yeah. It progressed.
Yeah.
What were the first artists that you then listened to yourself, actually, like actively, when you say pop?
Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Destiny Child, of course. The people who know me would say, "Oh my God, you're talking about Beyonce." I said Destiny Child, not Beyonce. Destiny Child.
Is there a thing?
Yes, because I just feel like it was more authentic when Beyonce was in Destiny Child.
Okay.
And now it's a robot. And what I said in the beginning, I'm human.
Yeah.
So I connect more with humans.
Okay. And not with a hit machine robot in that. Okay. You talked about the gospel influences. Did you do anything with gospel yourself? As in, did you also sing in a choir, or were you just active listener?
I didn't sing during me going to church regularly. I was not in a choir, but when I left the church during my career at a musical, I was playing in the musical Dreamgirls. And Birgit Lewis was like, "Hey, you would fit in my choir." And I was like, "A choir? I just left the church." And now you are asking me to be in a choir again. So I was like, what kind of choir is this?
Yeah.
And why are you asking me?
Yeah.
So I had this meeting with Donna Lewis and Gordon Kruder from Soul Gospel Choir.
Mhm.
And I really liked it because I was like, okay, wait a minute. I can be myself here and still sing
Yeah.
gospel music.
Mhm.
And still like, because singing has always been a part of me, but it was not like dance.
Mm.
So for me, it was also very nice to be a backing vocalist,
Yeah.
to sing the songs,
Mhm.
but a more in an assisting way.
Mm.
So yeah, that I did that for 4 years. So that was really nice to tap in gospel again, but
okay.
like in a different approach.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
different type of energy from yourself, different
Mhm.
approach. Okay, so there's a song I connected to My Mind is Out of Its Mind, also with a lot of similar influences, if you ask me. Shall we listen to that song and talk
Let's
further
go.
afterwards? Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Despite all the bullshit, he put feels on my shoulder just to stop me from dancing. No, I'm talking about loose my shackles, I'm rattled and battle worn. We keep searching for purpose, but was there one, babe? You're going to hell, I see you there. You're going to hell, babe.
just listened to See Ya There from Genesis Owusu. I heard the irony while talking about gospel for a second, and then having a song where he's singing about you're going to hell. I'll see you there. But this song, I've been waking up with this song the past couple of weeks, like every day since this is from my album The Struggler, from Genesis Owusu's second album, and he released it, I think, literally about 3 weeks ago. But I couldn't help but think about this song when I was listening to your list, and also to My Mind Is Out of Its Mind, also because an artist like Genesis Owusu is so diverse and has so many sides, and it's very expressive. If you ever get the chance to see him live, it's a recommendation, like a blind recommendation. I've seen him last year in the Paradiso, and I've talked about it, that he might be one of the best performers I've ever seen in my life. Like,
oh really?
Just for real, like so expressive, so out there, sonically good, creative, and it's just it's a wonderful experience to have that. And obviously he makes great music. What did you think of the song before I say he makes great music?
I really like the vocals.
Yeah?
I really love the high pitch. I love the lyrics. I'm really gonna thank you firstly for introducing me to a new artist. I only recognize his surname. That's of course Ghanaian.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of them before, so I'm really gonna dive in. He was born and raised in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Australia or New Zealand. But I thought his roots were Ghanaian, if I'm not mistaken. But also, don't pin me down on that right now. It's okay. We're guessing.
But yeah, wonderful artist. Yeah, and you said thank you. Well, thank you, because you also introduced me to like 10 new different
You're
artists.
welcome.
Welcome. I'm definitely gonna dig into that more afterwards.
Nice.
We're coming a bit to the end of the show, and I know, like the time always flies by.
Yeah.
But talking about like things afterwards, first of all, obviously there's your party at the 20th of October at the school. You talked about the concept. What can we expect, as in who's on the lineup, and what's gonna happen? So
at 7. At a school at 7, from 7 to 8, we will have a talk. So it's Nix from Black Artist Database, myself from the Skoro, and a wonderful journalist called Christine Kakaida from Berlin. We're gonna have a reflection, a talk, why our initiatives are there, why are we collaborating, and of course also talk about the night. So that's from 7 till 8.
Yep.
And then from 11 till 7, we will take you on a utopia of what we think, feel the electronic scene these days should facilitate. We will start with Miel upstairs in a muzieklokaal from London, first time playing at a school. Then we will go to Batu, legend. We will close off with, of course, Nix. Downstairs we have Gov Jafar from New York. Then we'll go to an icon, DJ Stingray. And of course, we will close off with my friends, beautiful artists, a back-to-back, Arakaza and Dark Knights, closing in the basement.
Sick.
And, of course, a live set from Kamaru, born and raised in Kenya. He is going to give us a sonic experience in the aula, where he's in the middle. Everyone is around him 360. Shoes off, and just experience his art.
Wow. I remember listening to that track, and obviously when the show is done, everybody should check out the playlist, because there are some wonderful tracks in the playlist. But really looking forward to that. So that's going to be at the school, the 20th of October, during ADE, the Friday of ADE. Be there. And very short, like, what's going to be in there for you, like in the upcoming period, like let's say after this edition of the school?
After this edition of the school, personally, I have 3 more programs. One program will be from Kim Dankor. She went to ATL to research strippers.
Okay.
Video Vixens.
Yeah.
So for me, we often, when we think about music, we always go straight away to the artist.
Yeah.
But when I was little, I used to look at video vixens. They are so important when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
So she's gonna explore that more. Another program is gonna be a live performance from Ill Knowledge. So two brothers gonna give us a jazz genre kind of performance.
Okay.
And last but not least, a dance performance from a company. I cannot tell that yet. But these are, after the school, my 3 programs. And when the school ends, I really want to go abroad, holiday, and just don't work for, I think, 2 months.
Okay. Well, sounds exciting. Exciting.
Yeah.
Very looking forward to all of these programs.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is end of the show. Before we leave, let me just give you this before I forget. Thank you for being a guest.
Thank you
I don't
for
know.
inviting me.
No, of course. I don't know if you even drink, but otherwise, like,
Yes,
share.
I
Okay.
do. I do. Not now. It's early.
Share it with friends.
I will.
Thank you for coming along. Echobox, thank you again for giving me a platform to host. People that listen, thank you for listening. And yeah, Betty, thank you for coming.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you for listening all.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.